The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the show. Podcast app, YouTube, Dan, Michael, Moscow, propaganda. It's the shortest route to goal I could find there.
Good, it worked.
The show is brought to you in association with Levi Solicitors, our long-time sponsor on the show, thanks to them. And you can get a 10% discount on your legal fees, levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. This is the show where we delve into the clips. Before we delve into the clips, Michael, say some things about Levi Solicitors that will make them happy. Personal
injury, medical negligence, immigration, residential property disputes, personal dispute resolution, professional negligence, residential conveyancing, wills, probate, and estate planning, last and powers of attorney. They're just some of the services that are available for you.
What else do they have?
What, for your business?
Don't do it.
All right, fine.
But
maybe next time.
They've got plenty on there, and you can get that 10% discount on your legal fees. levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball for our landing page. Right, what's been said in football this week then? Oh, let me guess. Rory's got a hot take on football. Chelsea Rory.
I didn't even watch it, but because I've watched his other videos, he pumps up on my YouTube feed. His latest video is called "Are Liverpool Out of the Title Race?" And I had to check the 1 point off top, and there's more than half the season to go.
So the answer is no. Next question.
No, he's right, yeah. Because why would there be? They're almost at the top. Still have to play Arsenal, who are at the top. Still have to play everyone, because there's more than half of it left.
Are Leeds United out of the Championship title race?
That's a more valid question. Maybe. We play Ipswich, though, don't we?
Yeah, because we're off the back of Birmingham-Leicester on Monday night. Leicester won that.
Obviously.
Unacceptable kit combination for Leicester, by the way. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yellow shirts, white shorts, yellow socks. I'm not a fan. I know we have worn that in the past to try and mitigate against kit clashes, but looks wrong. Stop it. Behave yourselves.
Okay.
But I feel like that's probably the lesser of the issues that are important, really.
How many games has Wayne Rooney run? Is it one?
Two.
I
think so. 2 in 13-ish.
Very good.
They scored 2 against Leicester.
They did.
Or Leicester conceded 2 to Birmingham. I'm just looking for any signs of anybody cracking whatsoever. And if it's Wayne Rooney cracking, that's fine. Be like Humpty Dumpty. But if Leicester crack, that would be more useful.
We need Wayne Rooney to pull his socks up because we're due to face his team in under 2 weeks. We need him to still be the manager there. But there's a lot of games between now and then. We don't want them to panic and go, oh, God, we need to get somebody else in for the start of the transfer window. I mean, it's Christmas, it's New Year, it's bank holiday, banks are shut, you can't do bank transfers anyway, maybe, I don't know.
Is that an issue?
It's for transfer fees and compensation. And
for sacking him.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
Do you think he'll be at the game?
Wayne Rooney?
Because it's New Year's Day.
Big night the night before.
He does like a party.
Right.
So we may have some better offers than staying in and watching footage of us beating Ipswich, Preston and West Brom, preparing for a defeat for his Blues.
Have you ever farted in the face of either Premier League or Championship level manager in a hotel room?
Not yet.
Is it on the to-do list?
Not high on it, no.
I ask this question, by the way, if you've not seen it and you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, there's that video that did the rounds of Rooney being farted on when he was asleep.
He has a strange life, does Wayne Rooney.
Whatever makes him happy, though.
Yeah, it's up to him.
Don't want to kink shame him, do we? To matters at hand, anyway, and that is propaganda, where we find out what's been said in the football world. We obviously look at it through a Leeds lens. Was there any Coventry action on fan channels and stuff like that? Feedback on the Titanic draw at Ellen Road at the weekend?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Yeah,
they all seem fine, really. One of them...
You're really selling it to me. I'm glad we're playing clips now.
No, well, when we don't win, I tend to be a bit light on the opposition clips, don't I? Because no one wants it. Matt SB, he's a Coventry YouTuber who was at the game with his girlfriend. They both seem quite nice, really. This is his summary of the game.
So then, there you have it. It has finished at Ellen Road. It finished 1-1. The Coventry fans cheering at the end as if it was a win. Obviously, we didn't win, but let's be realistic. A draw at Ellen Road is a great result. Leeds United are a good team. They really could have won that. They've not lost a home game all season, so to get a draw is the next best thing. Really, you're not going to... I don't know. I mean, 1 or 2 teams might win at Ellen Road this season, but I'm not even sure about that. Let's talk about the game. I think Coventry City set up really defensively, but it works. The game plan works. worked. We didn't expect a lot coming into this game. Most people would have fancied Leeds to win that. Like we said, their record, their brilliant team and everything, and the home advantage. But Coventry battled, and we kept it 0-0 till half-time. There wasn't a lot in it. Leeds maybe did shave the first half. Second half, Leeds came out a lot stronger. It looked as if Daniel Farke had got into them, and they broke the deadlock. Good finish from Somerville. But Coventry equalised immediately, and what I loved about it was we actually crossed a ball into a box. It's possible we can do that. Sakamoto saw Thomas up there, whipped it in. Good header, 1-1.
That's annoyed me, that.
Why?
Because they don't bother crossing normally. They go, we'll do that against Leeds, that'll work. Rubbish, stop it. Also, a draw at Ellen Road is not a good result. It felt shit to me.
Phil Hay was bemoaning our lack of crosses, wasn't he? I listened to him talking about it, saying we don't score any basic goals.
And it proved, actually, when you pump some crosses to the back post to big men like Somerville and Dan James, we score headers.
It's true. Still in the car, this is him and his girlfriend talking a bit more, and a rare bit of love for Ellen Road from away fans, because generally we just get reports of how terrible it is and how hot it is or how shit the food is or something, but
I was going to say,
quite enjoying it.
Their fans, were they not singing that it was something along the lines of 50 quid for this shithole or something like that?
Yeah, but I've been to Coventry, it's worse. Because I don't know what it's like now, it was a lot of years ago, but I just remember trudging across what felt like wasteland by a Tesco for hours to get there, and then it was freezing when I got in. Although I suppose they have been playing at Wickham and stuff since, haven't they? So I suppose they're just happy to be anywhere that's like a proper stadium.
That was my first time to Ellen Road, and what a stadium. I think both sets of fans were fantastic today, both so loud. And good luck to Leeds. I do really respect them, big club, doing well. But obviously, let's hope Coventry City can kick on from that. Sophie, are you relatively happy?
Yeah, I am happy. Going into it, I've obviously said I think we'll lose because no one's won at Ellen Road at the moment, so I wasn't expecting a win. So to come away with a point, I'm very, very happy. Especially the last 10 minutes, it was heart in mouth kind of moment because they were piling on the pressure. But we were soaking it up. They had a few good chances where they should have really won it, but they didn't, and that's the main thing. So we walk away with a point. I'm very, very happy. What a ground as well.
Yeah, good ground, isn't it?
Yeah, wow.
See, we have that. I don't know, people see things differently, don't they? Everyone wants to knock Ellen Road down and start again. But maybe we swap with Coventry. They like it so much they can marry it.
Yeah, I mean, because Coventry's the opposite, really, isn't it? It's built on a new bit of land at the edge of town. Well, it's not new land, I don't suppose. It's probably always been there.
Yeah.
But, a new ground built on some wasteland edge of town. No history to it.
When do you think that portion of land was formed?
The dinosaur period.
Yeah.
Probably the dinosaurs.
Which is your favourite of the dinosaur periods?
The first one. Second one's still to come.
Right.
Warnock's football, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone's appreciated Ellen Road. And the thing is, both things are true, aren't they? It is both a shithole and brilliant.
And it's brilliant because it's a shithole, but it's also its biggest flaw, is that it probably does need updating, but we will miss it when it's gone.
I wonder which part impressed them most, because the away section is pretty much the worst bit and also the most expensive. But whether they were looking across at the East Stand and thinking, wow.
Well, they did seem easily impressed. They were doing a bit outside the ground as well. And they were like, it's good here, I like it. We've got a Subway. There's a Subway here. We've just been to the McDonald's. So, yeah, it's a thumbs up from us. So I don't know if they were sat in the West Stand just still looking at the Subway
some
going...
really gourmet food
Subway
options,
going, fucking hell, it's good that there's a Subway that near, isn't it?
Yeah.
The size of the side of that box that they put Jermaine and Emma in for most games as well. That's probably the newest bit, isn't it? When they put the studio up there. So if you've got a good view of that, then yeah, it'd be pretty modern. They'd fill it with, if there's anything like that at Coventry's ground, it's probably full of photocopiers.
Yes. Is this a Rico reference?
Yeah.
I thought it might have been.
It's not that anymore, is it? It's the Coventry Building Society.
It'll always be the Rico tours, won't it? Of a certain generation.
It's Rico.
Yeah, it's still Highfield Road in my own mind somewhere, in some distant recess of my mind. I've just realised how unpleasable I am when it comes to this show and opposition fans. Is it a bit of a Goldilocks scenario where it's nice that they're being nice about us, but I don't like it? And also, I hate the footballing hot takes. What's going to make me happy?
I mean, the best ones are when they're just completely unhinged.
Yeah,
they're the ones you're really hoping for, but not the case with those two.
We've got a bit of B-sotted on the member show, haven't we?
A little bit, yeah. Because it all kind of kicked off there, didn't it? So I thought I'd have a little listen in to see what was going on. Bit more from Coventry though. Sky Blue Army TV. First guy with his girlfriend. This guy's doing it slightly differently.
Told you, didn't I? The badge don't lie. Champion. Champions, isn't it, Stan?
What was that?
You're talking to Stan.
Who's Stan?
What do you reckon?
Is it his elephant? Because I've got an elephant on the badge.
It's got to be the dog.
It's a dog. So he does this whole bit talking to his dog, which is an unusual way of talking about football.
Champions, isn't it, Stan? Come here. Come here. Say hello. Say hello. Stanley, what are you shy for? 1-1, we drew. It's all right. He's still pissed off. Look, Stan, we 1-1 against Leeds ain't a bad result, mate. It's all right. We can't win every game, can we? Yeah? But, guys, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely buzzing. You know, end of the day, rode our luck a little bit. But I thought Latibur, absolutely magnificent defending. You know, he's absolutely brilliant. And, you know, a bit of a negative formation, but we had to play like that because they are dangerous at home. I think they won seven games on a trot at Ellen Road. Stop that rock, though. Bang. 1 point's good. All right, Stanley, give me a second to put your dinner in. But, yeah.
I love it. The dog, I'm here for the dog content. I know that makes me sound a little bit Huddersfield, but I'm here for it. I like the angle that he's gone for there. It's a very good USP.
If you were assembling a pub quiz team, would you rather have Stan or Rory?
Do you know what? You beat me to the punch there. I was actually going to ask exactly the same question, but not about a pub quiz team. I was just going to say, who do you reckon would have a better YouTube channel, Stan or Rory? But
he looks a nice dog, does Stan, actually.
What breed?
I think a Labrador. He got a bit of grey in his snout.
In his muzzle?
Yeah. Is that what you call it? Muzzle.
I think so,
I
yeah.
went snout like a pig.
Yeah, the old snout muzzle on the face.
Yeah, dog face.
Dog face.
The dog face.
Yeah. A mate of mine once nicknamed me Daniel Dogface for reasons I'd never found out about, unless you want to kind of break it to me gently now.
I'm aware. I know when we first got the cameras in here, you said you look like a panda. You said you look like a sad panda on the cameras.
That was because I was still working in nightclubs. I don't know if the situation's improved at all, but bloody hell, I had some dark circles from doing that all those late nights. Anyway, where now, Michael? Where should we go? Take us somewhere different.
Should we stick in the Championship for a bit?
Please.
Hear about some managerial changes, because I don't know if it's happened yet, but Stephen Schumacher is on his way to Stoke, and then Nathan Jones is going to Plymouth.
Former Stoke manager.
Yeah, so that's going on. We had previously said that Warnock was going to turn up at Plymouth.
It's too early, though. It's too early.
But is this actually perfect for him? Because if they're getting Nathan Jones, he's going to go through Christmas setting fire to ping pong tables, being a bit mad at everyone. And then by March, when he's really dragged him into a relegation fight,
he gets sacked. And that's when Warnock comes in at the 11th hour to try and keep him up. But the damage was already done. So if he takes him down, it's not his fault.
It might be perfect for him.
You should be a writer on soap operas. You know, you've got narrative nailed, I think.
So there you go. Whereas elsewhere at Sunderland, who sacked Tony Mowbray, they've appointed Michael Beale, who was the Rangers manager, who was the Queen's Park Rangers manager. So I checked in to see how Sunderland fans are taking to his appointment and the mad mistake.
Can I just ask, do you think that Rangers appointed Michael Beale just because he was at Queen's Park Rangers, and they love the Queen, don't they, at Rangers?
Possibly.
And it says Rangers in the title. Do you think that was part of the interview process?
It kind of harmed him.
I don't think so.
But this is the mad mistake anyway, who is a Sunderland YouTuber, and you can hear he's absolutely thrilled with the appointment of Michael Beale.
I feel absolutely fucking deflated. We've interviewed numerous people. I've had all these people out there. You know, you've had your Sable, you've had your Will Still, you've had your Hellbergs, and amongst others. And this seems to be a last straw, a last resort. I don't think any decent head coach out there, any decent manager with any ambition out there will go anywhere near this club with the way it's run at the moment. He's a yes man. He's coming as a yes man. He isn't the fucking first choice. Simple as. He's not. He's the cheapest option out there. Let's make no bones about it, right? Let's make no bones about it. He is the cheapest option out there. Simple as. And he pissing about. They've looked at all the options. You know, you're gonna have to buy other head coaches from other clubs. That'll cost money. Michael Beale is the cheapest option.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I wish they had got Wheel Steel.
Wheel Steel.
Yeah, for the car crime levels in Sunderland, might have put a stop to it.
You were
That answer to Wheel Steel. In the two of them, does Will still work alone? Who's Will? All I know is that guy in France, isn't he?
He's the ginger man, isn't he, who played Football Manager?
I'd
I believe he's never lost a game.
I thought he had like a Cowley Brother style.
even back to childhood.
Yeah.
Used to play board games at Christmas and
Never lost anything.
never lost. Won Monopoly every time.
You just check him.
Does he have a child brother or kid brother? Or
I'm getting him mixed up. I just
because
assuming
he's a child himself, isn't he, Moscow?
Yeah, he's pretty young. So, but that's all I know about him.
Although Wheel Steel would have been an exciting appointment for them because he's got all this what's viewed as potential, hasn't he? And he seems to be doing well in France, or is it Belgium, wherever he is, but somewhere over the bloody sea. But yeah, I have to say I saw Michael Beale and I kind of went, don't know.
He did say, obviously we're going to back him. And I was like, well, you've sort of said the other stuff now.
Yeah.
So
it's into the realms of like, is it Warnock or all the different ones when we try, not us personally, we as a fan base, we try and go, well, he's not the one I would have chosen, but...
Darko Milanic.
Yeah.
Good.
I suppose he's advocating for him to have a pay rise as well, though, isn't he? Because if you're worried about getting the cheapest manager, the first thing you do is just pay him more money. So if I was Michael Beale, I'd be pretty pleased by this guy. But saying, listen to him, he thinks I should be getting more cash for this. You must have it.
Renegotiate his contract immediately. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens to them.
They looked pretty good the other week, I have to say.
Yeah, but everyone tries hard against us, don't they? And it's not fair.
They lost, didn't they, at the weekend as well? Because of us, probably. Just make it all about us, eh? Oh, dear. Should we go back to the... Do you want to stick in the Championship or do you want to go Premier League?
Oh, I'm loving the Championship at the minute.
All right, then. Let's go to the Town Enders. We heard from them a few weeks ago. There was that angry Preston child when they conceded late goals. This week they lost 5-1 at home to Watford. This first clip is after them going 4-1 down and someone in the crowd starts trying a bit of an ironic chant.
Yeah.
Someone else absolutely not having it.
That's 12 times we've conceded 4 or more goals in a single game under Ryan Lowe.
Fuck off, shut the fuck up.
I think it was one of the goals that they conceded to Watford was just a procession down the middle. They did the rounds like on Twitter or whatever, and they took a kick off, pissed around with it for a few seconds, and then it was like just driving a coach and horses straight through there. It was a non-existent defence. So fingers crossed for Boxing Day and all that. Yeah.
So this is him finishing his video. I know a lot of the time people will do stuff in the ground, they'll go back to the car, they'll give a reflection on it, they'll talk about what was good, what was bad. I quite like the way he ends this because they've lost 5-1, and this is, in my opinion, how a video should end when you've lost 5-1.
Well, that is it. 5-1. There is a lot of boos. Well, would be louder, but everyone left. Fucking hell. Shite. Well, that happened. Off I go.
End of video. Off I go.
Bad enough.
Bye-bye.
It's like if you're on a night out and you have that moment of realisation, don't you, where your go home radar kicks in and you go, right, I'm off.
Yeah, just got to get out of here now.
Right, where now? Where should we go? Should we go on loan to the Premier League?
Should we go? I've just actually seen a tweet of Roy Hodgson laughing at Guardiola as Man City.
It's good, that, isn't it?
Squander the lead, which was very pleasing. So should we go there? An injury time penalty. We're still obviously in dealing with Man City stuff. We're still dealing with the big City extra split.
Yeah.
It's not easy to cope with. I'm struggling. I don't like it at all still. Yeah. But I've got both of them.
It's especially difficult coming into Christmas.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, family's broken up over this time of year. It's not nice to see, is it? Together they'd be so much better, is the thing. But we'll hear City extra first. This is them conceding the penalty.
Bernardo, mate, deal with that. Deal with that. No. Oh my God, he's given a penalty. That is not a pen. That is not a pen. That is not a pen. Which one's he giving for? He's given a penalty for Palace. Oh, it's a pen. It's a fucking pen as well. It's a pen.
A triple, it's not, and then
it's not a pen. It's not a pen. It's not a pen. It's a pen. It's a pain.
His heart, it just feels like his heart's not in it without his mate. It's making me feel sad. What have you? I felt like at Christmas when they do the Christmas adverts on TV, and they always like do a song, but it's like a slow kind of acoustic version of it. Feels a bit like that. So
like
that same sort of
Coronation Street, where they have to give someone like a bloody deadly disease at Christmas, don't they, to pull a few viewers in and make everyone upset.
Yeah.
Or like the Leeds Christmas advert where somebody gets a Leeds United shirt and that's probably treats it on a par with a deadly disease.
Yeah.
But that turns around.
Well, mind the dot, she's only gone off to university. When I first saw it, I thought, oh God, is she dead? And she's not. She's just gone to university. She'll be back for the holidays, eating you out of house and home. Leave that stuff in there. That's the Christmas biscuits or whatever. Anyway, should we check in on the other one then?
This is the big bro. You've got to remember in the context of this clip, Man City are currently the treble holders.
Yeah.
They won everything last year.
But they've not won, is it what, in 6 games or something daft like that?
But they drew with Palace, so
the world's collapsing.
now this is happening.
We've lost the ball again. Tackle. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. No way, you stupid idiots, man. You absolute idiots. We are shit, mate. Oh, we are absolutely crap. We deserve that. Idiots, 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 idiots. Idiots, man. Idiots. We are Bozo FC, man. Bozo FC. Stupid, 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 man. We are stupid.
Searing analysis.
Stupid.
I really miss him. I miss them being together.
When I listened to this clip first, and when I heard the shout in the background, I was hoping it'd be the other guy from another bedroom. And they actually are brothers who live together and are doing separate streams in the same house. And you could just hear the other one going mad. But sadly,
I was going to say our entire conclusion on them being brothers is that they just referred to each other as bro, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is a shame because I imagined them.
Isn't it bro?
I imagine the bunk beds just out of shot. Get it back together.
Yeah,
come on.
It needs to happen, doesn't it?
Who was that in the background? Did you get a
You
read on it?
don't get to see him.
But there is somebody there.
There must be. I don't know if in the same room even or in a different bit of the house maybe. But you never get to see him.
A weird setup, isn't it?
Bozo FC.
That is good. I like Bozo FC.
Should we stay in the Premier League? The Judas Premier League. Mm-hmm. You like to check in on the mums, don't you? The Leeds mums.
Yep.
Do we still class Jackie Harrison's mum as a Leeds mum?
Well, she's an on loan mum.
Right.
She might be coming back.
I don't think so, based on this clip.
She dragged him out of scum, didn't she? Sent him to America to sort of get him sorted out, which is, so that's kind of, she knew that he'd be ending up in Leeds.
And this is a clip that's been doing the rounds. So she was in the away end at Everton at Burnley, and there's a guy next to her filming on his phone, isn't there? And he spots his mum, does Jack, comes over, says hello, gives her a big cuddle or whatever. Proud of her little boy. So this guy who's filming, he's the male voice that's in this clip, and then the female voice that you'll hear is Jack's mum. And also there's pleading and begging for a shirt, which seems to be what everybody on the front row of a football stand does now. Just before we play the clip, those kids who hold up flags and signs, what's your feeling on it, Michael?
I feel it's gone too far.
Right.
I liked it when it was an organic thing that a player would come over and be like, "Oh, there you go, you have that." But when you've got all the beggy signs, I don't know.
Yeah, there was that incident when the England women's team were trying to leave after a game at Sunderland and people surrounded the bus and were chanting "get off the bus" at them because they were demanding bits and belongings and all sorts and everything. It's like, well, not all 40,000 people who turned up to this game
get a souvenir
and a photo and, all their dreams come true. So it's a bit much.
It's double standards as well, because when I asked Jackie Harrison's mum to take her shirt off, it's all of a sudden it's an issue.
Oh, it's a problem, is it? Yeah. What did the magistrate say about that?
Just a slap on the wrist for now.
Hey, stay here. Son, stay here. Don't go back to Leeds. Oh, fucking no. Stay here.
I mean, it's a passionate moment. She's proud of her boy. It's full-time whistle. Some swear words about the prospect of going back to Leeds. That's not good, is it?
Well, I think people are getting this out of proportion. It's fine, isn't it? Whatever. He probably ain't coming back anyway. But, I mean, she's in the location she's in, isn't she? She's not going to be like, oh, well, no, actually, preferred it there.
Yeah. Preferred it there where everyone was shouting at him, being mean to him, and they nearly sold him. But apart from that,
yeah, you forget that's still within the past 12 months, don't you? That we tried to sell him to Leicester, and then went, actually, no, get yourself back. We've got a new contract for you here, with a stupid relegation release clause, which we've written into it. Never mind. But I don't know. You're always a great defender of Jackie Moscow. But are you willing to let his mum away with this?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Right then, let's wrap things up by checking in on some of our loan rats, shall we? Speaking of loan rats, some more of them.
It was Chris McMenemy pointing me. I wasn't actually keeping track on Rasmus in recent weeks, but Chris McMenemy pointed out he'd scored an own goal.
Who is Chris McMenemy? If anybody hasn't seen the show that we did with him.
We did a show, and he writes a blog about Italian football and a newsletter and stuff, which is called Moscow, you know it.
TMG Italia.
TMG Italia.
Yeah. I always think TMB because that's what we abbreviate the match ball to, so it confuses my tiny brain. But yeah, it's TMG Italia. You can find that on socials. But yeah, so Chris McMenemy is pointing you in the direction of
Rasmus Christensen scoring an own goal in a 2-0 defeat for Roma at Bologna. It's not really his fault. Not really.
Well,
in the sense that he puts it in the net, it's not his fault.
But
it's a good finish.
It's untidy.
The striker hasn't put it in.
No.
And if Rasmus doesn't touch it, it's not going in.
Yeah, but
it's basically evaded the striker who is ahead of him, and then there's nobody behind Rasmus. It would go away to the other wing harmlessly, but he thinks, I could score it.
I'm going to put my foot through it and do this.
It's a good finish.
Non venitemi a parlare di sfortuna, l'autogol di Christensen, l'autogol di quello. Sei deficiente, perché non sai neanche seguire il ruolo. Cioè, la cosa basilare del calcio. C'hai un uomo, te salta che te corre così e te sfreccia a 300 all'ora. Non lo devi fare, gli devi stare appresso.
I mean, I know what that means.
I don't know. The word Christensen was in there. I'm watching Roma people.
I heard deficienzo, I think, as well.
Yeah. Deficiente, I think, is one of the words he uses in there. And then there was also a tweet from a Polish Roma fan, and he says, what was that anyway? The guy runs from 40 metres without being disturbed by anyone, and then the paralytic Christensen hits the ball into his own goal. I prefer not to speak. I like the idea of him being paralytic, though. So I watched a bit more of Gabbo Man, which was who we heard then. Obviously, it won't surprise you to know I don't speak a huge amount of Italian.
But that just comes as a shock because you're quite an expert in many fields. I thought languages would be one of them.
Well, the second clip I've got, I do recognise some of the phrases in here, and I think you will as well.
De fa belle prestazioni, de vaffanculo, de fa figure de merda. Ci devo pagare pure l'abbonamento a vedere ste figure de merda? Con la bava alla bocca.
Yeah, I recognise some of those in there.
And I don't know what baba la bocca means, but I just enjoyed the way it sounded. So apologies if that's something absolutely incredibly offensive. He's a Roma fan, they're not a Lazio fan, so it's probably not too bad.
When you did languages at school, one of the first things you do is try and find out the swear words, isn't it?
Mierda sounds a lot like
nailed. Shit. Yeah.
I didn't do it. I did French.
Yeah.
That's one of the few words I can still remember. And I know vaffanculo.
Yeah.
Because it was on some flags for Chileno, wasn't it? Which means fuck off. More or less the short version of it, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah. So it's going well for Rasmus. That's great. Aronson coming back. We don't need to discuss that here, I don't think, but we are going to chat about it on the member show this week. The prospect of that, so that'll be fun, won't it? And not at all divisive. So we'll wrap this one up here. Propaganda will be taking a break over the Christmas holidays, and we'll return in the new year, and we'll wrap up anything that happens over the Christmas holidays. Plenty of games to get our teeth into. Are you looking forward to it all?
Yes, as long as we win. If we don't, not so much fun. But I don't know. It gives us a chance to put things right, doesn't it? That's the one thing with the Championship. There's always more games to like correct what you've done wrong in the previous week, and sometimes you don't, and you finish 15th.
But sometimes you will finish third, win the playoffs and the FA Cup, 2 trophy lifts at Wembley in the same season. So there's that to look forward to, isn't there?
I'll take one of the 2.
We'll catch you next time.
The Square Ball Podcast.